I feel like their team of 6 is probably exactly where the meta is right now with an Annihilate, with one of those fighters between the Primeape and Annihilate combined. That is the highest usage of any Pokemon if you put them in the same role. Both Rage, Fist, Community Day attacks. So it's really awesome to see that both these trainers had the same thought of mind and both had success with it.
Yeah, and Shadow Drapion comes in at number 2 there in usage if you count the fighters together. And I can confirm too, these two didn't team build together. They just happen to end up with the same team, maybe team building with some other people as well. But like you said, Sceptile Ice having his breakthrough performance year for sure. And AdeepCon too, Adeeb hasn't performed in his, played in as many tournaments.
Oh,
it's hard to say, you know, if this is his breakthrough year, you know, he always just had it in him. Whereas Sceptile Ice has played in, I believe, 10 tournaments prior to this. The last one being Baltimore, 5th place, his best finish ever. Before that, it was 13th at a Charlotte Regional prior. And Sceptile Ice has just been absolutely on fire these days, not only just in the championship series, but I know he reached like #1 the leaderboard for Gold Battle League as well. Like, he knows his stuff, and he is just very mechanically on point as well. A few differences here. Obviously, it's the same exact team, right? But there's Ice Punch on the Annihilate on a Deep Con side, whereas it's close combat on the side of the Annihilate on Sceptile Ice. But the other difference is that the Clodsire on Deep Con side is running Sludge Bomb, whereas the Clodsire on Sceptile Ice is running Stone Edge. And the biggest difference for that right there, besides the Feraligatr being able to pace a little bit, is that you have a much easier way to bait against the Shadow Drapion. So we're gonna have to see how that plays out.
How you doing?
Going into that first matchup here with a terrible lead, Diggersby into Annihilate, but of course bring that trusty safe swap Shadow Drapion.
Yeah, speaking of Shadow Drapion here, that has been the pivot all tournament long for these trainers. 67% usage seems like the strongest Pokemon in
the regional volume is okay. Does it need to be louder, lower?
It doesn't really matter. Now it's a Rage Fist bait. This is going to be not very effective, but still chunky into the Shadow Drapion. But you should be able to counter down here.
Reason, oh yeah.
Tail or crunch is going to be
the pretty good here.
Landing into Sceptile Ice.
And I like this play.
We just finished watching church service.
Here wants to put this Annihilate into Shadow.
We're gonna do some GBL battles because what next is our Master League. I think between
this Annihilate is in Shadow Call range, and we don't
between today and tomorrow, if I can get 20 wins, you should be getting our ELO. We'll be ready.
Pivoted because he got that defense drop there. Pivoted Shadow Drapion.
I know if I just don't do my battles tomorrow, I highly doubt I'll get 20 wins today. I mean, I do have 6 sets, but
always go for the triple Aqua Tail and correctly call the Scorching Sand or Fire Punch. Fire Punch is stronger now. We have seen some Fire Punch baits from these Diggersbys.
Great matchup knowledge as well.
Diggersby.
Knowing his counts there, knowing that he can't really throw right on contract priority for the Drapion because he's going to win it, so he actually goes for the quick attack. Yeah, lets it go as well. Sceptile Ice is already down a shield, so going down 2 shields here.
You got your ELO yesterday? Let's go see. Like you're more productive.
Can he get to the Fire Punch in time? He does get to it. I would assume that Sceptile Ice has to shield this because he has so much energy banked already on this Annihilate. He lets it go.
Did you get anything good?
He knows that he's already at an energy disadvantage going down.
Feel like your personal better ELO than last season?
No, it's an energy disadvantage and protect shield disadvantage. 2 shields.
There were so many seasons where the ELO revealed.
Down 2 shadow worth of energy, and you don't have the
1821 last season was better.
Into the Shadow Feraligatr.
It's all good.
Devastating start for
at least you could try to
Sceptile
push
Ice.
to
That's the
Ace.
thing, right? Again, a sign of a really talented trainer is that he already knows that there is no win condition at this point.
Fantasy Cup's kind of hard for some people. Don't know what the meta is right now.
I'm not going to stall this game any further. There's no way I win this. I'm going to start planning out my game number 2. A really great game played by both of them, but again, it just shows how annoying that Shadow Drapion is. As
still learning. It's all good.
Neither
Yeah.
of these teams, obviously, because they're the same team, have Mud Slap users. So they're your best Shadow Drapion is your Diggersby.
But what's like some things that you wish you would know better of? Oh gosh.
Land the Scorching Sand or bait perfectly or spend extra shields, more shields than the Drapion does at that point. So obviously, we've not won that lead. That might be the story of this year match, right? Whoever wins
Switches for you? Like, what do you mean? Give me some details, because I actually want to create some videos. Maybe I might get to one today. I don't know if we're gonna win this.
And here we go.
Timing.
Let's see what happens here.
Counting and timing.
Sceptile Ice get back in this series. Shadow Drapion in the lead is a good
In
start.
Moonblast, that's huge.
Jump up, 2 crunches, no problem.
we have to win.
Khan getting a little taste of his own medicine here. Now he's in the situation where he doesn't have a clear answer to the Shadow Drapion because yes, he has that Diggersby in the back, but he can't swap it because that's his only counter, and he's stuck against the Drapion with the ground there instead.
Oh, this is perfect. I want this. I want this.
He's going to lose it against the Shadow Drapion, so doesn't get off the aerials right away, but maybe just wants to ensure that he gets
come in here. Take one of the moves. I don't care.
And
sets out Ice instantly pivot.
I'll read your comment in a second.
Simultaneous pivot, I believe Mr. Alligator are synced up and the exact same energy.
I guess here.
We don't know which will win
lost it.
Attack priority, but it might come down to that on the second Hydro Cannon.
Yeah, this is interesting too. Sceptile Ice actually lets that first one go. Typically, when you let that first one go, it
should probably shield this. If it is another fairy type, we're kind of like, uh-oh.
Throw the second one on charge attack priority.
Adeem doesn't go for it. Looks like he was going to either try to go for that shot or just take the defeat here. Like you said, get the soft loss, try to get the...
Okay, good. Good.
So you do get a quick attack down. You get the quick attack down. The devastating backline.
That was such a weird delay.
The thing is, he purposely did not throw it so he could get extra energy off.
I'll take it.
Even at the very minimum, Sceptile Ice will have to swap out there. Last game, both players already recognize the end game here. There's just no coming back from this that I can possibly even see, right? The counter damage alone is enough, even after
they're lagging, I think, at this point.
Resisted, yeah, he got the bait there on the fire punch. And
when it's an uneven matchup, so you try to put something neutral for them, but when they switch, I'm not getting hard countered again.
Because it is boosted by Rage Fist. You don't even need to throw a charge attack here. You can just counter through the Diggersby and tie up this series versus Obdicon. And for me, it all comes down to this combo right here. This feels like where the meta is at. That trio from Sceptile Ice of Shadow Drapion,
I think I'm understanding what you're saying.
Because if you use Shadow Drapion as a pivot or a safe swap or get a positive lead, you can put so much pressure on your opponent.
Yeah, so it's almost, it's like a two-parter for that. It's almost like having a flexible neutral switch. So you're not getting hard counters. That goes like the team comps, like what do you want to build.
Is so dangerous in this meta right now.
And I think
people are lagging. I'll take these wins. Sunday.
Draw out the jump up, grab a shield even.
Yeah, so it comes down to like team comp. Like sometimes you want to have a flexible switch, so when you do switch, knowing that they probably will too, it just makes it easier. So I could probably write this down.
So I think that's exactly what Sceptile Ice for, like you mentioned, but he caught the lead, so he didn't need to use that pivot situation.
Even better for him. And I guess my question to you, Butters,
I want to make these videos.
Just stealing that same idea because he has
the same
mirror team. Exactly. He could just do the same thing. But
they're back, chat. They're back.
Game 2 from Sceptile Ice. Leading Drapion makes safe soft Drapion also hard to use. And here we go. Almost the same time. He likes it a lot. Is switching it out a little bit and doesn't bring the Diggersby this time around.
Yeah, I don't mind. You know what's funny, Emma? Is like I made those silly videos, and to me it's not really silly because one of the most questions I've gotten from people was like, how do you have a second move on your Pokemon? It's such a simple thing, but for some it's like they just don't know. And the funny part is, which I agree to some of what people said, got this thing. They get confused when it says new move on the bottom. They think it's like getting another new move for the one that you have.
Same time too, and you can see Sceptile Ice trying to catch Aquatail himself as well, or maybe just mitigate some of that damage onto his own Drapion. But now he's coming into Drapion with a lot of energy. Sceptile Ice is likely going to have to give him a shield.
I didn't pay attention to.
It's not going to get close on that time.
Does he just sack the Annihilator and try to go for
I would rather keep the lead.
But Adeem does have his jump of Hydro Cannon range, I believe. So you have to reach for either an Ice Beam or Shadow Claw damage plus Hydro Cannon.
Oh, gaming, what's going on?
Remember, that has 5
get to a move.
worth of energy. Can you get the cool. crunch though that is devastating. Now you are down.
All right,
Yeah,
so
Septile Ice is still in a really strong position, in my opinion. Because
PvP
energy
videos.
advantage on the Fralgator is really strong in this meta,
Switch.
and he didn't get debuffed either, so that definitely
Plus
helps. And
timing.
also, I mean, he's pretty much in high
goes
range,
for it.
but he goes
For
for
Switch,
the ice beam. I think he thinks that a
can
deep
talk
might not
about-
thinking it's a Hydrocan. Does the deep call out? He does call it on the last second here.
You wouldn't
and
know
now
anything?
He's throwing on charge attack right. He
I'm gonna
gets
say
the move
that
off,
to
and he's baiting as well. The Septile Ice decided to spend his
Outta
final
here.
shield here. He might not. And
Oh, but he
does
calls it.
A huge call from Septile Ice. You can see he likes what he's seeing as well. However, there's still full
And
health
they swapped
Fralgator.
on the aerial ace. What plays by both these trainers, making
Well,
every
for Switch,
single
I do like-
correct call to make these great decisions,
but he still
nullify
shields.
each other.
When
And then he
switching,
does shield,
plus
and now the jump up
having
is
like good team
behind on
comp
energy,
for a
swapping
better
to
having
Fralgator,
a
trying to maybe
better
take an
neutral.
Aquatail, but the Shadow Drapion is absolutely loaded, going for the crunch here. No shield on the crunch into the Fralgator. Now
So
you're
that
open
would
to just
be
go for
like I could
Aquatail.
probably
Does
mention.
Septile Ice
Oh.
just go for the Aquatail
You
here?
can poke.
Yes,
There's
the Aquatail
the
was
tab.
the
You go under
Hydrocan is
Pokemon.
available.
It talks
Probably
about
has to
like
protect shield
what's
this.
what's a
He has
good
to shield
switch
this, and he
Pokemon,
needs
what's a
Shadow
good
Ball
energy
down to
builder
have a
Pokemon,
chance.
what's a good
We haven't
closer,
seen
all
who
that
is
fun
Charge Attack
stuff.
priority yet.
He
Oh,
doesn't
wait,
go for it.
He throws it.
He doesn't go through it. Septile Ice is thinking, okay, now this
You know,
is
it's
my
good. No,
opportunity
like
here.
I'll make
This is gonna
videos.
knock
It's
out the
just
Drapion. The
you know, sometimes
Fralgator
knowing
has some
specifics or
energy
simple
and can
stuff
go for
gets
the
me
ball.
more
Exactly the ice
inclined
beam.
to
And how fitting,
know what to
Septile
make.
Ice with
Because
the
in my
ice
head, when it
beam
comes to
to
making some of
finish
these
out
videos, I
this
can go in
mirror
any
matchup. You take a
direction.
2-1 victory versus Adib
But I
Khan.
want sometimes to get certain things where it will help specific.
It was definitely
This is
something worth
E.
being standing on your feet for because, wow, what a... And especially on Septile Ice, I think Adib's mistake there is that he needed to Shadow Call down that Drapion to have a chance, right? Maybe he's thinking that, okay, maybe the Fralgator doesn't have enough energy.
I should know if I want to bait
Shadow
here or
Call me
not.
down, maybe, but
Hopefully he
even in
switches.
high range on the double, he can't really afford to give that
Maybe they'll just
Fralgator
think we'll
any
bait.
extra energy.
'Cause last time we baited and they called it.
Ice in his base. Septile
Like,
Ice
oh no, close
doesn't
combat,
even
we're not
shield a
gonna-
potential energy ball there. And if he
Shielded.
gets hit by that, he loses the game.
Yeah.
There's no way he wins the game at that point. And he's already, I think, up a shield at that point too. So it's kind of a risky play even from a deep comp because at some point too, like Septile Ice might just not spend that much down the shield. He wants to save it for the third Pokemon, which he hasn't even seen yet.
Let's
It's
look
just
at
bad.
this replay here. This was the call
Water.
on the ice beam, knowing that it wasn't going to be a Hydrocan. The purple ball and then Septile Ice.
It's gonna hurt, but we'll see.
The battle, and then there is not a win condition for Septile Ice, making that
Right.
awesome swap into the aerial ace here.
What I usually try to tell people is understand the basics of things or the principle of things, and then you can kind of play around from there. Timing is a hard one to
It's tough.
timing is a hard one to learn. That's one thing like you need to learn and then experience.
Shadow Call would have been enough to farm down that Shadow
Hopefully this knocks out. I know Golurk is not really the thickest of Pokemon. Okay.
Get the necessary energy he needed. It's possible that he might have
maybe
gotten
if I
that
just
out
ice
there, but at that
punched,
point, Adib had to do
if
what
I'm
he
able
could
to
in that
superpower here,
situation.
then I would have definitely won one.
He got the necessary ice. Let's
See
hear
what's
from
going on.
him. Let's go on over to the stage where Soph has an interview.
Thanks, Butters. I'm here with Septile Ice, who has just advanced, I believe, to the top 6 on
The
the winner's
like I
side
said,
of
is the
bracket.
regional
Septile,
volume okay?
This is your second consecutive tournament where you're at least in the top 6. How does it feel?
It feels amazing.
Great. Well, I know you had all night to
It
prep for this
feels
matchup.
amazing.
Did Adib do anything that you weren't necessarily expecting, or did it seem like it kind of went according to your plans?
I was not expecting Diggers to hit. I felt like a
Dude, these
matchup,
leads are
so I
killing.
think
They're
that's why I
bad.
won, so that's why I ran double poison. For it. Fortunately, I was able to dance around at game 2, and he didn't bring it down for me. So.
Should go for one
Yeah, it
more.
seems like you adjusted to your size, to the surprise pretty well.
You go Hydro, which is good.
This tournament as a whole,
They usually go
obviously you
Night
guys had the
Slash, so
same
this
teams of
this
6,
helps us
so
with
how did you
pacing.
kind of
D4, what's going
arrive
on?
at that?
I didn't want to run an island. I hate it. It's stupid. So I was running Primate Block. I had a team around. So I added funny.
that's kind of been the standout.
I think I could have gotten
Drapion has
to that
definitely been
one.
the MVP. I'm bringing it every game. It's nothing beats it.
Spoilers for your future opponents. Drapion is coming, so watch out for that. I think Butters, you know, makes this right now, so it makes a lot of sense. Anyways, we'll leave you to get prepared for your
Can I
next
farm
matchup.
this
Before we let you
down,
go, is
chat?
there
Can I
anyone you wanna
farm
shout
this
out and to
down?
prepare for today, or just the tournament as a whole?
Anyone watching at home, I love the support. As well to the home tournaments, my team, all the
Okay.
my teammates, and Dre Flames for helping me with scrims last night.
Hey, the longer you stay in, the better it is for us.
Thank you, so thank you for the words from Septile Ice as well. I love the confidence.
That part
he's
is the drill run is not going to be enough. We're not going to win this one.
Game in the future too, so can see he might be bring at least 1 out of the 3, but hey, it's not slowing him down anytime soon.
Oh, they baited too? Why? That was a weird bait.
It's almost in every single team of 3. And like I mentioned, if you use it as a pivot and it gives even a poison sting or 2 up energy, it's so hard to deal with. Even in the positive matchups like a Diggersby, you can get a shield. And once you get down a shield in this meta, Feraligatr can go off, Annihilate, Septile Ice's favorite Pokemon can go off as well.
I need to get to a drill run. They're not going to let me.
The Championship Series meta, once it was released in 7K eggs, that you can get all season long by hatching eggs that you get from gifts.
Because I think they pace. If I can get to a drill run, it might be enough copium. Might be enough. I think they pace. Oh no, you don't even have enough health.
In the best position they've ever been in. Lawson Cody, first time ever day 2.
I think I could have done better timing. They had me on the Switch. I'm surprised they didn't bring out Prima against the Gala. Well, I guess because of the leap thing. Great 2-2.
Valor Ash, multiple top 8s, top 16s throughout his career, but this is actually also his first time ever starting on the winner side on day number 2. So both of them have their first, and only one of them will be staying on the winner side. Things off with a claw side here, and it's going to be Sludge Bomb Earthquake on both of them.
What an interesting decision from Valor Ash to take the Greninja to open up this series. I feel like Greninja is so strong against Lawson Cody. Instead, he just
switch
his 3 best
NCAP.
Annihilate counters. Expecting that Lawson Cody is absolutely bringing Annihilate into this game. There's no Annihilate from Lawson Cody either, so both these trainers making awesome reads, and it can go either way at this point. It is going to have a lot to do with the alignment of that Vandabuzz in the back.
We're lagging.
On his squad, and he just, you know what, I'm just gonna bring it anyway, right? The only thing probably worse is bringing in the Diggersby over one of these other Pokemon, but overall, this Greninja looks incredibly strong in the Cody's team, but he's just really confident. Maybe it's my prediction last night, just saying, you know what, I know what's going on here.
If it's a Scald, if they ask it, so be it.
Switch advantage can be, and you see, going for another Earthquake. We already saw win charge attack priority in this situation, and you can see Valash double shielding. Here, but he's losing charge attack priority, so how is he going to play around this?
Yeah, and are you going to try to go for a bait though? Earthquake, knowing that
Driftlin should be good. I'll redrift thing in a second, Emma. You see what's going on? Oh my gosh, I felt like we were going to be able to get to that move.
The Superior putting up the protection here, but it's going to be tough to Shadow Claw down. Are you going to Shadow Claw down? You might get a Sludge Bomb if you're Valor Ash.
I think that was a really great play from Lawson Cody. Not only shielding, but now that he
the time zones.
He can
Hang on, Pedro.
The Sludge Bomb, he can't get as much energy. Feraligatr with the energy advantage is
He might be okay here.
In fact, it beats almost every.
He has a lot of energy. Might switch here.
Survives, and now you get the matchup you want from Valash. So you can see that him spending 2 shields there in that lead matchup is paying off so well right
That's good.
now.
Okay, is still a small window of opportunity here. This matchup, Feraligatr is out of play rough range, and the Superior will get knocked out by a Hydro Cannon.
Going on, Pedro?
This is roll it up somehow and get a Hydro Cannon is a slight
sometimes I kind of struggle with this double typing, like that / ground should have done nice, but it's effective on steal. Yeah, typing. See, like that's a good conversation to have about typings.
From the
Typings, double typing.
And the problem is, though, if they both simultaneously swap, this is going to knock out. You're going to swap if you're Valor Ash here, and Lawson Cody needs to get to a charge attack before the Superior.
All right, we got a 3-2.
He stays in, and this is really, really dangerous for Valor Ash because if you get knocked out here, but no, this should secure the damage. The play rough should be enough to knock out the Feraligatr and Valor Ash.
Oh my God.
Take game number 1.
How do you
He was like, you know what?
How can you even understand what's going on between 3 different matches?
And I'm one Vine Whip away from the Frenzy plant, right? So it's either he gets hit by the play rough on the Feraligatr trying to farm a little too much, or Valor Ash
left from Singapore. Any ways to add you on Pokemon Go? Usually I do it through dual stream, but JC, if you can find my posts on Twitter, I have it where you can post, I have my code posted, you can scan it, then you can get it.
We have to talk about this Greninja here, because that was a fascinating...
I'm not going to do it right on here. You can find that post, which might be just a little bit of scrolling, just a little bit.
Diggersby, Corsola, and Clodsire.
But it's the same as Twitch. What are you talking about, Pedro? Am I missing things up in my wording? We'll half awake.
I know Valor Ash was expecting the Annihilate in every single battle, and so he brought his best 3 Annihilate counters into that game, or some of the best ones with that Superior at least. Not even bringing that Greninja. Cody saw that coming. He didn't even bring the Annihilate, and he had an opportunity to win that game.
More Piccolo. Oh, this is a Baby Town playing. Corsola and Corsola.
Yeah, we have mirror match after mirror match, and again, the alignment in the back end match is going to matter quite a bit in some ways. However, Valor Ash's Greninja is really unchecked. I mean,
they play Church.
More play inside Greninja and actually has a lot of win cons.
But the Mandibuzz isn't even in this game.
Yeah,
it's only the Feraligatr and the
Brayburn. Oh, we survive it. Okay.
You resist the Shadow Claw. You resist the Hydro Cannon. You resist the Ice Beam. But we know Greninja does resist things, but it takes a lot of damage. It's just gonna still chug Greninja. Especially because he's behind it.
Let's see what I can do with this.
A little bit longer than usual to counter swap there.
I feel like they're still good as shields, but we'll see what happens. Okay, they let it go.
This Feraligatr has a side shield if he really wants to, but I think Valor Ash is going to shield. Yeah, he does end up shielding.
I think if they bait, we lose. If we shield the bait.
It looks like Feraligatr is about to reach, so he is forced to throw another move, which honestly, for Lawson Cody,
they Hydro.
And now you can either
Rizzy.
try to bake a blind Night Slash, but it was a blind Hydro Cannon.
I should have known, chat. Should have known they're gonna catch.
Which is the proper shield that would have chunked into the claw.
I like that from Valor Ash because even if it's
no game, I'm trying to catch.
Plenty of damage.
Oh, this sucks.
You want to throw the Hydro Cannon anyway. It's the better move to throw. And if you don't throw one move,
not that it mattered because what's his name is still good to move, but.
A little bit tougher for Clodsire. However, this is still not a terrible matchup for Clodsire because you kind of need my God,
it's still not gonna matter because I need 2 moves on what's his name.
But what a great play from
Mad.
Charge there to get one more Incinerate, a smart undercharge. Flame master of Valor Ash to get some of that energy back.
No, we're too weak.
Picking up the protect shield. This is huge because I believe
GG's by them.
still has his protect shield with Sludge Bomb and then go for the Brave Bird. He's just away from the Brave Bird, which will almost
really
knock out the Clodsire.
Let's not forget the Corsa still has a decent amount of health left, and Corsa with that much health
is not easy to
poise this thing down. But this Brave Bird,
yo, you have a question? Go for it, Pedro. Pedro.
is locked and loaded, dropping a Brave Bird on the Clodsire. He's going to continue moving forward in this winner's bracket with a 2-0 victory.
3-ball flex from Valor Ash. His signature pick takes out Lawson Cody. Greninja was helping a little bit. Once again, Lawson Cody didn't bring an answer to it. He only has one on his entire team, which is the Annihilate. Decided to sit it and now is dropping down to the loser side of the bracket after having a fantastic day number 1, taking out
I could have
top names in his group to get to this point right
I'm just trying to get energy on what's his name on Malamar.
To loser side of the bracket. Valor Ash moving on, making top 6 here in Toronto.
And I think Lawson Cody's going to ask the judge to review there. I did notice that in the Greninja versus Clodsire matchup, when the Clodsire came in, the Clodsire was denied a poison sting that should have got.
I'm giving up what, like 2 turns almost?
Question is,
so this is the only reason it would make a difference. Do you get to that sludge bomb before the Brave Bird?
Yep.
Oh, gotcha, JC. I'll add you.
Versus the Greninja, he might have gotten to that sludge bomb right before the Brave Bird was registered. And if that was possible,
right in your face,
maybe
though,
he
man.
knocks out the Talonflame. But
Just spicy stuff. This is the spice that we want.
Did he have enough on his Clodsire to be able to take out the other 2 Pokemon? So that is the problem that the judges have to determine. They're fantastic at reviewing these decisions, and we'll let you know.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look here too. I think this is just to see if how close the Clodsire was, unless he's actually asking to review that. I couldn't really tell from that.
Can you run up that? Yeah, I would because if we can see if he's 1 poison sting away from getting enough energy there, then it could matter that he didn't get a poison sting earlier in the match. So
at this point on this entry,
I love Malamar, man. Malamar was like good investment. That one's really fun.
Lawson Cody's face. But let's see how close he was. He don't win the Brave Bird. That's a very healthy Clodsire. Even the Corsola is going to struggle to take that out, right? And so we fast forward through
he
this.
has to throw a
Cody
move.
Making incredible catch here, too, doing everything he can in this situation to kind of his win here. And first, Sludge Bomb is going to connect right here.
Exactly right about that swap.
Yeah, I did.
Of course, I mean, Valor made an awesome adjustment. This was a
I'm gonna throw the super.
He makes the undercharge here to get 1 more incinerate, but that might have been
Maybe I might just try to farm a little bit.
We'll see.
First, no, you're fine, JC.
I see it. One was no shielded, 1 was protect shielded, and then that 3rd sludge bomb would have knocked out the Talonflame. But
I'll let it go.
He would
It's
also
EQ, so
have
be
to
it.
get to
Oh, you baited.
knock out the Corsola and knock out the Greninja. I don't know. So I think it was energy dry.
Yeah, I think either way, though, it looks like the judge has explained the result there. It looks like it's not going to be Valor Ash, who's going to be moving forward. It's unfortunate that this has come through, but at least at the end of the day, it didn't make a difference in the match, right? So that's something that, even if you end up losing, there's some comfort as a player. So big congrats to Valor Ash. Lawson Cody, though, not out of it yet. Going down to that loser's bracket, that's the benefit of starting in that winner's side.
I'll let this go. Okay, EQ. You got the big move.
Like you mentioned yesterday, has often been on the loser side of the bracket in day number 2.
This is about to be fun at the end game? Yeah.
Okay.
I wish it wasn't a lick.
This is his first time. Okay. This is his first time ever on that winner's side of the bracket going into day number 2, and he picked up an early victory.
Does he have ball? Does he have double nuke?
It just took away from even getting to the winners finals there, so he is on really good pace to have his best performance yet, and just such an easier ride to the grand final if you stay on that winner's
Game,
side.
come on. You don't. I hope that was not a CMP. I'll be so pissed. I'll be so pissed.
But he's not afraid of the spirit. He's bringing no. That's not the spice pick these days. The Greninja, it's so unchecked on so many teams because who prepares for Greninja in this current meta?
Yeah, Electivire's one of my favorites. Ew, what's going on? Yeah, they did. They did.
Not get locked into it.
Well, the thing I love about it is it's such a clear answer to the counter swap of Shadow Drapion. Shadow Drapion, 67% usage, the best Pokemon probably in Toronto right now, and you have a Pokemon in Greninja that resists all his charge attacks. so you can soak up all that energy. It doesn't love taking energy even while resisted, but you
I
can
faced
at
him
least
in
get to high
factions, I
maintenance
think,
really quickly.
twice.
So it's a great counter swap to the best Pokemon. Plus, it's a good core partner for his signature pick of Talonflame. It actually protects the Talonflame really well, except Exumar.
Like the Buyers one of my favorites.
If you don't have the Azumarill out on the battlefield, you have a lot of optionality with that core.
I mean, not only does it break up the core of Shadow Draft, but it's really good at safe swap. It also beats the second best Pokemon, Shadow for Alligator, too. So, you know, a really great meta read. Well, let's hear a word from Valor Ash himself. We have Jim with him on the floor.
Oh, maybe I should shield here.
Great, thank you, Caleb. Wholesome underscore here.
Should shield.
I was actually just talking about Ninja, how effective it is, especially versus the #1 day 2 usage Pokemon.
Probably shield. We'll
Not to
see what
mention the
happens.
For Alligator as well. Just give me some of your thoughts about.
If he shields here, it's also pretty bad.
Well, first off, I mean, activation is huge.
Gross.
And then with Alligator at the top of the meta, I feel like it really forces
Valor Ash.
dark types to answer it. And that's where Greninja really
Well, I wanted to also pivot to flyers as well. We've seen a bit of a dynamic shift going from lots of Vandabuzz, Galarian Moltres to now the Jump Love and Talon
they let it go.
meta here as well. Talk to me a little bit about Talonflame. It's been your signature Pokemon, of course, but why is it shining here in Toronto?
I think it shines in every single tournament that it enters in, so it's got a lot of for me. Yeah, there's not a lot of flying resists in the meta. So
Why am I seeing this Pokemon, Pedro?
flying can get some damage out.
So amazing, this is actually the furthest that you've been on the winner side of the bracket, so this is new territory for you. What does it mean to be the second round of winners here in Day 2?
For this tournament, I actually really put the practice in behind the scenes and spent a lot of time.
See what moves it's gonna be running here.
More effort into this tournament.
Keep forgetting about the charge.
Great to see that translating. All right, well, any shout-outs or anyone that you want to say thanks or any just general comments in general?
Yeah, shout out to Mama Climbs for always supporting me. For supporting me too. Yeah.
Valor Ash, always a pleasure. Best of luck the rest of the rounds. We'll go back to Caleb and Butters.
At the tail end of the last season, the most locked in he's been, and it is showing.
I don't know,
that
chat.
he is now top
I feel like I had a winning chance somewhere here.
So we're going to have to see how far Valor Ash continues to go, but we have more incredible action on the winner side, and of course we have the winner side as well. Take a look at these highlights before we get back in the battle.
Come on, be cheeky. And don't shield this. Because you survive a close combat. Oh, chat! Yes! Let's go! They want to be cocky. Let's go! Shield your moves! Hey, it always happens sometimes. Remember that one video posted with Solar Beam Ho-Oh against 2 shield right here? They let it go? I should have done better on the end there. But hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Love that.
Competitive
Here's Mama Climbs. Just a good person.
Some local discords to join.
Yeah, I love Solar Beam. Right here.
I've been really trying to improve my game, and
She hasn't. I don't think she streams anymore. I want to see maybe I can get like to do a dual stream with her. In a minute. She's always pretty chill.
I think it's a really
The red
cool
wine.
song, and it's just an awesome typing. I think one that just comes to mind immediately is DeFi, one of the casters. I think she's an incredible battler herself. She has incredible.
I like
insight
my
into the
tablet
game,
for
as well as
for
just the
grinding.
she's
I mean, I have a
so
mini.
That's someone I look up to. I would love to because he beats me every time, and I would love to finally beat him.
Wow, chess.
I think my favorite evolution is Sylveon, just because I am very partial to fairy types. So that is the fairy type evolution, and that's just really cute. there are many amazing Pokemon regions. I think Kalos is one that I really like, just because that's when the fairy type was introduced to the game. There's just a lot of really cute Pokemon, like the demo from Kalos, the Pikachu clone from that.
I guess
Absolutely not.
in Glade.
Oh,
we survived. Beautiful. We get Switch. Thought we weren't gonna survive that. Let's go. Let's go. All right, what we got in the back?
Who are both in Super, so yes, I would call my siblings.
You're weak against fire, so you're gonna have what's his name? Gator. Oh no, never mind. You got Registeel. Your ABA weak to fire.
Like, let other people help them be better, and also just someone who's nice to everyone.
Right, man. Teams are weak to go Glade or slash. It's gonna move right around here. Right after this move. Can we have fun and try to catch the Focus Blast?
Someone who's passionate about it.
Oh, that was CNP.
To learn, you really enjoy learning movesets, learning matchups, learning.
Crows with Fuse, Dawn Wings. Dawn Wings.
I think a good trainer is someone who is kind and open-minded and willing to share their experience with newer trainers.
Yeah, Mama Climbs. That's true.
For others.
It's a great trainer. Is a combination.
You top left trainer, please.
It's about being honest with yourself when you maybe make mistakes, right? When you get unlucky, looking for parts of the game that are within your control. And you can kind of analyze a lot of possibilities. I think what really it takes is like kind of looking at a bunch of different successful approaches. Finding what works for you, but synthesizing the things that are really good to carry over into your own prep and your own skill as a player.
Welcome back to day 2 of the Toronto Regional Championships. We just heard a lot of great tips from a lot of trainers about what it takes to be a fantastic high-skill trainer. And you know what? In our next matchup, I think we'll see 2 of those very high-skill trainers.
Dude, I'm done with these Greninjas.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you
so done with these Greninjas.
Next matchup, we're going to be seeing the final boss of Europe as we the Doctor featuring his signature Shadow Sableye. It's great to see a mix of some very meta teams with some spice and maybe Pokemon that have had success in isolating.
Yeah, Hydro too.
Shadow Sableye, and I think a Purified Sableye as well did really well. Maybe that was a blip, but maybe not. Dr. Roastbeef did say it was maybe his MVP.
Ah, shit thrown.
Yesterday, so we'll have to see if that carries through to his match.
Already on stage. Let's move over and take a look here. Colin 6 again. Actually, Toronto known as 6 sometimes due to its original 6.
I don't want to be down shields.
He's running a team of Azumarill, Primate, Ariados, Shadow Drapion, Shadow Kanto Marowak, and Talonflame.
Yeah, there's actually a couple of Pokemon on both of these teams where I think there might be one of the trainers to bring it on day 2. We've got, of course, the Ariados and the Kanto Marowak, which I know Colin is very familiar with. I believe he brought those to LAIC, but looking at Dr. Roastbeef, also known as the Doctor, or just Doctor, E-Barrel, the Shadow Quagsire, and the Shadow Sableye.
From full health, you probably survive 2 Hydros. We'll see what they switch into.
After Dr. Rose.
Nice slash bait, okay?
So rolling their eyes, but
Need this darn Greninja gun!
Former #1 in Go Battle League as well. He's had success across here and play Pokemon in the Battle League as well. Including the 2024 in Vancouver and 2024 season in Los Angeles. So he's no stranger to the winner side of the bracket as well. Looking forward to seeing how he does versus an
That Shadow Drapion, the star of day 1 of this championship series, versus Dr. Roastbeef's Alolan Sandslash.
So if you and I didn't get to see a lot of Alolan Sandslash, that's a good starting matchup for us, especially as the non-shadow form. Colin actually brings in this Azumarill. Azumarill, despite only having resisted charge attacks, actually can win the Zero Shield matchup versus this.
The problem is, I need to get Glade in to get energy going.
But actually, you look at Colin's line, the Shadow Quagsire is pretty safe against everything. Obviously, you want to watch out for the Ariados, but
there is a
I don't
win
think that
condition,
switch is
but
gonna be too
it's
crucial
not going to
for
be
Dr.
easy.
Roasbeef here. If he's able to get so it could be very
Oh,
scary.
they outpace.
From the Shadow Alolan Sand Slash. This is
Needed to
gonna
get
be a
Galaden
Probably
first.
in a range where one drill run's going to be threatening to knock out, but no, Colin has the next play rough story. Alolan Sand Slash only had a little bit of HP left, and actually protect shield from Dr. Roasbeef.
I had this
the
match.
Sand Slash and now fires off the next drill run.
All right, little ways away from the next.
Gosh
round.
darn it.
We'll see what Colin decides to come back in with. If he comes back in with a Talonflame, he probably doesn't have to take another charge attack. Oh, but actually, here it is, and actually, yeah, there it is. Dr. Roasbeef feints with the Ice Punch there.
Quick reflexes by Colin, able to swap into the Talonflame and actually snipe at that Alolan Sand Slash. Preserves his Azumarill for later in the game as well. Could be used as a sacrificial swap, but now this is going
So one of
to
two
lock
things. I
in
could have
the
shielded
Quagsire
the
versus this
Greninja,
Talonflame.
shield
Dr.
and throw
Roasbeef
and
in a good
see.
spot, but you certainly still have to watch out for the Brave Bird.
The away.
Nice shield from Dr. Roasbeef. He's now down 2 shields to 0.
Could have like thrown the move.
Colin has Talonflame. He was, you know, up a shield.
What he
and
had before.
Now all of a sudden Talonflame is looking when you're up a shield.
Yeah, there's still lots of energy on Dr. Roasbeef's side.
All right, so he remembers from last time.
He wants to try and go for the Brave
But he's
Bird
gonna
instead.
probably
Keep in
shield.
mind, Dr. Roasbeef's switch clock is
We'll see.
up. He wants to maybe go for a switch that could be I don't really mind this play. This is going to be a lot of damage into the Sableye, but with how strong Quagsire is, it may free up some opportunities to still win this match. Yeah, no, a little bit too little, too late, unfortunately, for Dr. Roasbeef. Colin looking in firm control after running up 2 shields to 0. Talonflame is looking so strong. And just like you said, needs one or two more poison stings here from the Shadow Drapion. No surprise that Shadow Drapion is going to be able to close this one out. It was our #1 usage pick and day number 2. But it is not enough to knock out the Drapion. Still 3 Pokemon all healthy. Meanwhile, Dr.
Of course, he knows the team. Now we got to play it differently. I just don't remember what he had in the back.
On Dr. Roasbeef's team, but I think as soon as he had the shield advantage, he came with the Talonflame. No B-barrel to be found on Dr. Roasbeef's team. To kind of flip the momentum of that game.
Yeah, we can have some unique insights here on the caster deck.
Dude, come on, man. Why you stop? Why'd you top left, bro?
But Soap, I like your comment there, specifically around how strong the Quagsire was. But I think that it needed shields. Maybe a soft loss from Colin there, and then a farm down via mud shots with that Quagsire.
Yo, wait, come in. Talk to me.
But Quagsire down a
Why'd you
shield
top
into
left?
Talonflame, having to respect that Brave Bird. It was just too tall of a hill to climb.
Exactly.
I forgot what he had in the
Dr.
back.
Roasbeef, and honestly, of course, you don't know all of them. Putting the shields into the Alolan Sand Slash to
Oh,
them
well.
without even getting off
They were
under the charge
scaring me.
attack was maybe
I don't
just
know.
kind of a lost opportunity in terms of
Ended up sacrificing that Sableye. It did not have to but just a little bit too little, too late. There was just too much for that Quagsire to do at that point, and without those
Three.
protect shields, it
So
was
they
not
might
going to
Thunder
work.
Punch here.
Taking a look
Last
at
spring,
these
okay.
teams, now we have a bit more of an opportunity.
Oh, no, you're... Dude, we played before. Oh, that's the thing. We played before.
He's only 1 win from getting knocked down to
It's all
the
good.
bracket.
Yeah, I'm curious if he decides to bring the B-barrel.
That's why I played with Leeblade. Oh, yeah, they let go. That's beautiful.
Really what did him in, and he has 2 water types there, but Quagsire, you don't have super effective fast attack damage. You really have to be getting that energy, which he wasn't.
I'm just surprised we're still in the same rank. If I have a Necroz with Fused, I have Dawn Wings. That was from earlier.
Number 2 again, Colin versus Dr. Roastbeef. We call.
All right, so they're saving 2 shields for
versus the Drapion. Dr. Roastbeef may actually try and throw first. Nope. Colin actually launches the crunch right away on 7 poison stings here. This is not enough to knock out, but it does really considerable.
Catch on Azumarill. Maybe Dr. Roastbeef knew what he was doing. Look at this Hyper Fang landing into the Azumarill.
Still kind of sucks.
Yeah, no, it is a
Let's see what
catch here
happens.
by Colin, and this is still going to be the correct move for Dr. Roastbeef. And if you take a look at his Pokemon, he probably wants to bank a move, then move into the Clodsire. So I like the discipline to stay in that matchup, re-bank that move with that reform, and then bring in the Clodsire, which is a nice matchup. It's going to be a little difficult because I don't know that there's a single Sludge Bomb range, so.
Yeah, maybe a lot of poison stings, but I still like the
Should
idea to
probably
make,
either
an
shield
attack,
this.
especially because those bubbles from
They get the
Azumarill
chance to
are not
switch.
doing
Just Stone Edge.
effective Sludge Bomb coming through here. going to be enough to take it out. But I think Dr. Roski still.
Because they should let this go.
Well, by Colin bringing in this Azumarill here, he now no longer and seeing the counter swap of this Clodsire.
He did that.
He's no longer able to get his Marowak onto that Clodsire instead. Interesting shield here from Dr. Roski. We actually now have this is going to be an Earthquake coming through against Colin. This is going to do some nice damage. It's not enough to knock out, however. Colin opting to save all his protect shields for the Drapion.
They're at 5, so they're at the back-to-back.
Super effective water attacks.
I think,
but already at a Bone Club here on the Marowak, so a lot of value coming out of it. Can't really get fast attacks down by rollout or mudshot.
Madman.
Okay, well, Quagsire is going to be on the side of the pacey now with only 4 mudshots needed to get to the second Aqua Tail. Here comes the shield, though, from Colin. This is his first Protect Shield, 1 remaining. He should be able, I think, to maybe even charge attack priority. No, they actually try and throw good timing, which now allows Dr. Roast Beef to get off this final Aqua Tail. All right, Colin.
Oh, is this the happenstance? No, that's not a good deal. Yeah, I'm not
expect him to bring in the Drapion here.
I just remember because we played before, so it's. I don't know if I seen your last Pokemon, but.
A surf earlier on. I think the Clodsire is pretty much drawn, so not really going to be able to it's already in
good.
Aqua Tail range.
Figured like you knew my team in the beginning, I faced yours. Kind of fair enough, you know.
On these 3 more rounds to get to the next surf here potentially, so that could be a window for him to get to the next move, but he might just get Poison Sting down. He tries to swap into the Clodsire. Colin also trying to swap as well for a catch here. Colin just needs to fire off 2 Aqua Tails here, and it should be a good game.
And he does already have both of the Aqua Tails. Look at how low this Clodsire is. Dr. Roast Beef does have the last shield.
Which, please, to a poison type.
Running that Shadow Drapion, and he's also did everything that it needed to do there, able to get a lot of fast attack pressure into that Quagsire of Dr. Roast Beef, and like
it shouldn't get too.
He's had a lot of play across the board, so when he can get consistent damage in via fast attacks, it makes the other matchups a little bit easier, especially that Shadow Drapion once the Quagsire is out of the way.
Yeah, Jim, I know you've been really interested in following what's happening to the Mandibuzz, the Galarian Moltres, and it seems like people are kind of shifting more towards Talonflame and Jumpluff. Well, Dr. Roast Beef did have the Jumpluff on his team.
Gordon, what's going on? How are you?
I mentioned this in our intro, but when there's Shadow Drapion everywhere, it seems, that does not only
Galvantula, wow. We have a shot. Have a shot here. Shields.
Certainly viable, if not. Had a little bit of foresight.
I just don't know how much we survive a lunge.
You know, so if there's certain moves right now, fast attacks that is, that I feel
won't survive it. Okay.
S tier.
You don't win this. I had to probably shield it.
But it's a 5-turn
no, I don't think we
makes it a little bit clunky. The ones that I think are so strong right now are going to be Astonish and Love Slap. Simply mathematically, they're basically unmatched, but also a little bit less clunky than something like Incinerate being a 3-turn move. Makes it a bit easier to time your attacks versus 2- and 4-turn fast attacks.
Gosh darn it, you survived.
Would be Incinerate, which we really only see on Talonflame. Skeletor had a little bit of a heyday last
done there. I felt like I could have.
Oh yeah, of course.
Could have been fine with that game
yesterday, but I think Talonflame is the main one that we've seen succeeding.
Absolutely.
And of course, we did just see it on Colin's team there as well. So you know, it does make the move time.
One thing I could think of is shielding what's its name, but I don't think that would have done anything.
Sometimes you might have to throw it back into
the build up right before the Hydro.
Well, that was a great matchup that we just saw. Again, congratulations to Colin. Now and what a highly anticipated matchup this one is here. We have 2 trainers that have both performed so consistently well throughout the competitive series. Both cases, but both trainers are looking for their first regional title here. So this could be that first step in day 2 for both of these trainers, and I can't wait to see them face off.
I know, I'm really looking forward to this match, I have to say. I know they've both been working hard. I have seen it with my own eyes. Last night at dinner, I saw Tomahawk actually scrimming with Lyle Jeffs this exact matchup. And earlier when I was watching I saw Elam sitting by himself preparing for this match as well. So I know they've been putting in a lot of practice. And I know you mentioned
I hate when people double shield their gators.
Countless top cuts at this point, but they're both still chasing that regional win. Which I was actually called Tomahawk, the Elam of EU at one point. So I'm really excited to see them face off here.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's see what we got. Oh, beautiful.
With his Shadow Cancel Marowak, I'm sure, as I picked in my caster prediction.
Beautiful.
2-0 at Doombug getting a close 2-1 versus Free.
Beautiful. Top left train, please. Use Typhlosion? Nah, I don't know if I want to use Typhlosion. I'm having fun with this game. I'm going to probably rock this out tomorrow.
Round. And getting back to the winners bracket, like you said, Wholesome, we've already seen 3 of these matchups so far. With
Dude, we survive an energy ball even debuff. Crazy.
He's going to wait and see whether he's going to be facing off against his good friend Tomahawk or actually Elam. And that will be a rematch from a previous tournament, I think. Maybe LAIC?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to facing Colin. You know, that is going to be 2 titans facing off versus each other. And if it's Tomahawk versus Colin, those are actually grassroots teammates as well. They scrim together all the time. They know each other's styles. They're very close personally as well. So that would be certainly a good storyline.
All right, well, we'll have to see who ends up facing
Colin. Hello.
Trainers probably particularly wants to face Colin until the grand finals, hopefully. But unfortunately for them, it is going to have to come in these. I believe that would be the winners' semis in the next round.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, I think our trainers are still getting locked in here at this point. But again, Tomahawk
versus
Elam, I'm very much looking forward to it. I think that when we look at from a championship point perspective, both of these trainers are very high up in their respective leaderboards.
Honestly, not really paying too close attention to.
In some situations where
I can't multitask. I can't multitask. Zone?
Not just the title of champion, but again, if you're able to win Toronto, you have an
wild charge and dip.
Is particularly concerned about not qualifying to Worlds, but you think about the travel award points that are on the line. I think right now we're in the period where every point you earn goes towards the travel award. And you know, Tomahawk coming all the way from EU, that could actually be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these are 2 trainers that you can just tell have a joy for the game. Absolutely. You know, this isn't, okay, my whole goal is to just get to Worlds, nothing else matters. They just like
they wild charged.
They like doing well. There's lots of great prizes.
5
Hey, wild charge.
They're on
Love from India. Let's go.
I know they've been
probably wild charge again. Air shot bait.
So let's dive in and take a look at these teams. I think the Shadow Drapion on both sides.
No sense of them
beating twice. There's no Kanto Marowak as you were looking for, Wholesome, to kind of stop it.
Yeah, when we look at the talent flame on the side of the right, it has some targets, especially the Superior and that Alolan Sandstorm.
All right, can Gallade sweep whatever is in the back? You don't want to see this.
Talking with pick because it is running Sludge Wave.
Dude, they're just getting everything right now. They're gonna wild charge here. There's no sense.
He says the 1 and 2 work very, very nicely. After some mud shots, you can actually just farm down in a Zoom World, believe it or not.
Yeah. Tomahawk, yeah.
Shadow Stomper does come.
Hey, there's our first. Udra. Just gonna come down to a catch.
Well, I know you guys have been waiting on this matchup here. It's winners round 1 still. Tomahawk. The Shadow for Alligator. A little bit less neutral damage here instead of the Shadow.
Oh, an EV plush? Yeah.
Just have to respect that hard-hitting
I think it is going to come down to a catch. Nope, timer was not even up. Gosh darn it. He had this game too.
Now that said, Shadow Swamper does need shields to operate, and with all that energy banked, you're going to need those.
But it came down to DRE.
Into that Annihilate, which is not really a great matchup either. So Tomahawk does have some vulnerabilities here for sure.
That's right, and actually this is a nice line read by Elon, maybe expecting to shadow Drapion in the back. So it brings the Corsola in instead of the more typical play where we see people kind of absorbing energy on a Azumarill.
Yeah, if we're really looking at Tomahawk's team, I think that as long as that Annihilate is avoided,
Get all the shopping done, the shopping.
Especially up so much energy, almost at 2 close combat.
Pretty good year.
Well, now we're going to have a little bit of a pivot here by Tomahawk. Brings in the Shadow Drapion to absorb this Nightshade from Elam here. I think Elam just wants to get out of this matchup here. His switch clock is now up.
Happens.
This is in the Annihilate here. Goes for the Rage. This is resistant. It does increase. Tomahawk says close combat entry here, but this does ramp up the damage. And look at those counters.
All right, they're definitely chunking, and I have to wonder if Elam can farm down with the Annihilate here.
One thing I want to get back into is
if he's able to get this farm
what's it called?
like he is, Tomahawk just
like doing the green smoothies. Like go more green smoothies.
Mistaken through the Hydro Cannon, then exited.
We're just gonna let this go.
Rage Fist range as well as this Azumarill may be able to hang on if we see a no shield here, but Tomahawk doesn't want to risk it. And the Rage Fist is already loaded. We have a charge attack priority. Two still has a protect shield. Tomahawk uses his second protect shield as well.
Yeah.
He needs to get rid of this.
Have one today? Oh, we're gonna have to go out shopping.
But can't get out. But I
We'll switch.
Oh, actually, it doesn't even take out, but switch clock is up for Elon.
Well, I want to give up shields here. I'm gonna.
I think you might be one off before. Yeah, Elam is able to get to this Ice Beam, and this is going to be enough to knock out the Shadow Swamper due to the
Grocery shop Sunday? Yeah. Yeah. Put me that green juice. All right.
The Swamper, little bit of HP remaining still on the Azumarill with such an HP advantage on
I
Elam's
pace.
Azumarill. The writing is on the wall. Game 1 will be going to Elam.
I need 2 more.
Still
I didn't recall.
those very low health.
Blade has energy, but I don't know if I'm able to pace to
Like you said, the huge HP advantage here, not really going to be
Oh. They let us throw.
Critical point for me.
They let us throw.
That game was Tomahawk switching into the Azumarill, kind of giving Elam a huge opportunity to farm up.
Yeah, we kind of saw the momentum going back.
Ouchies! Maybe there were 3 away.
Versus Elam. But Elam, I like the discipline of over-farming so much energy. And like you said, after
Alright, should I?
Azumarill, it freed up.
No, I didn't do any raids yesterday. I was like out and about for the most part. I'm so like hurt when the Crozone raids because when they first came out, I did like 2,000 worth of XLs. Need to do 2 superpowers here, and it's not going to be enough.
It was interesting because we saw a Nightshade thrown into the Dragon, and we saw a Rage Fist thrown into the Dragon. Just set up that Dragon in a perfect position.
Yeah, with this team, I'm not able to make it. I need what's his name, Flash for the bat.
And then all you have to do is just finish things off with your own. Tomahawk always has some surprises and tricks. Tomahawk have a very strong response here in Game 2.
I think he's put in a little bit of a strange position last game in terms of.
My question would be.
We saw the counter down so difficult to deal with later down the line.
Would I have been able to double superpower and win a match against Buck? Probably not.
Well, typically you're going to be taking Rage Fist.
Yeah, I did so many the Crozone raids when it first came out that I got like 2,000 XLs and I did max out 198. And I was just trying to get the hundo. I just wanted the hundo. I like I just put so much money into it. It's just like, ugh, I just don't want to. I definitely don't want to remote it.
I mean, Elam played it perfectly there. Now,
I don't know if I really want to like go out and try to fight.
This tournament, he actually ran ABA water there. I wonder if Elam ever thinks that. It's just such
They faced this person earlier.
On Tomahawk's side, he is with the double water that you just pointed out, Jim, and I think it looks like Tomahawk is just going to throw a charge attack here and dip. That is the heavy hitting Brave Bird, which would certainly do the most damage.
Oh, this has the summoning voice thing. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. I mean, people are trying to get more than one.
In game number 1, but the difference here is Elam is actually doing the counter.
Alright, did they let this go? I feel like they let this go.
Tomahawk uses his own play rough in this Azumarill versus Azumarill matchup.
Game. Oh my gosh. We should have not gotten this.
I expect him. Okay, actually banks all that energy and brings in the Corsola. This has echoes of game number 1 and trying to absorb all of this Azumarill with his Corsola.
That's right.
Shield.
Azumarill energy on his own Azumarill and Elam Corsola. Interesting thing here though is I don't know if Elam realizes, but there's actually no Shadow Drapion on Tomahawk's side. So this Corsola is actually super safe for Tomahawk and kind of forced to stay in here and check Azumarill.
Yeah, you're right. Just kind of using it as a damage sponge and getting a little bit of fast attack pressure. Maybe this Azumarill could go the mile or go the distance here. I don't know that it's going to be able to. It's ready to go now at 100 energy exactly. Knocking out this Azumarill. Talonflame, I think, has a little bit of residual energy still, but 2 shields.
Am I gonna win this, chat? How am I gonna win this?
Right now for Tomahawk.
Don't forget about those 2 counters he did at the beginning
Don't
of the
think
game
it's.
as well. Looks like Tomahawk is actually
Don't win this. We just got outpaced.
because now you're in danger of actually getting fast attacks down.
Yeah, with Bubble and Bubble is a ton. Actually able to get to the power gem here, maybe anticipating a switch potentially. I think that you're only going to get to 1 charge attack. May as well throw the one that you know would knock
Never
out
say never.
Pokemon.
Nah, it's timing. I survived this.
That Corsola could be used as a sacrificial swap later on.
Honestly, they just let this go.
Throws the first ice beam here. This will pull the protection from Tomahawk.
I think Tomahawk, yeah, just
This game, we're on a delay. I don't think I would have been able to throw, but to get another superpower by the time they throw their move, we would have gotten it. Game is still a little delayed. Like, not working. And that was a tough one. What I should have done, which I would have not really appreciated, is letting go Gallade and just going crazy farm on Slash.
And Elam is going to go on to face Colin 6 in the next round of the winner's bracket. Tomahawk, on the other hand, is going to drop to the loser's side of the bracket. But, you know, like we said, one of the best players in the world, right? Tomahawk last year, so definitely
in the friends list. Let's go.
The story, I think a lot of trainers.
I have a lot of people labeled right now FR for the friend request.
Obviously, he's had the success, and like we were talking about, he has so much success that it allows him to continue making all these trips across the Atlantic to come to these out-of-region regionals as well, or yet again, another top cut. I don't think this is the end of the road for him, and it's very impressive what he's been able to do. How did that Shadow Swampert perform in your opinion, though, Soph?
It was interesting. I think it looked pretty safe.
Okay, I like that.
Looked a little bit underwhelming, especially
Gator, so they might have Talon in the back.
Damage, and it basically ended up getting fast attacks down with game.
You know what's interesting, because we saw in both games using that Galarian Corsola in a very, very similar role. It's just to tank a lot of energy, and I like this power gem right here. That was such an interesting play.
Yeah,
I'll do that so I know.
Check and see if Tomahawk was going to go for a catch. Like you said, only going to get to 1 charge attack against anything.
You probably messaged me either through Twitter or Discord.
But I really liked how he played the Galarian Corsola. We talked about, you know, maybe it's been a little bit underwhelming based on all the sponge. He used it, you know, kind of when he knew that Drapion would be in the back, right? So he kind of just puts it on the field, lets it sponge up energy, lets it do its job, and then, you know, that's kind of it for it. But
absolutely.
Gosh, I'm so mad with people that keep shielding their Gators. Like, please, play something else.
Proving why it is such a strong Pokemon.
Why?
Despite some of the accessibility challenges.
Ice Creamy? Why?
We saw it on almost every
should probably just shield and build up energy here, honestly, but.
So that's going to wrap up round 1 of the winner's side of the bracket. Again, I mentioned earlier. We saw the results there. Again, SS Thorn 2-0 versus Athy. Dunebug 2-1 versus Freezing Sun. A Shady Equation 2-1 versus Iomero. And Blob and A falling 2-1 as well. That's going to be setting up for round 2.
Exactly right. I think we're going to see a deep con versus Natterquins. The bottom matchup of the losers round 2 list there. And slowly work our way up. I think we saw a deep lose that first round against Subtile Ice. Now going to be facing a Natterquins, who again, remember, just came off a super tight win against Blob off stream.
Yeah, and we just saw Tomahawk fall down. He's going to be facing off. But I'm very excited about that.
Was off by 2
for this season. He took second place at Worlds. He has an automatic qualifier to the 20.
This was probably winnable.
But he does so much, right?
I don't know if we would get outpaced to the grass line against what's his name.
Content. He's competing.
We would have had to definitely throw on to Gator, because Gator was a couple energy there. I don't know. Wish I could have won that match.
He's the type of trainer that likes to bring something unique almost every single time. So I would like to see.
We're gonna get like a weird elo.
Great to have him here in
What do you
That's why I'm really excited to see Natterquins' match.
What do you freaking do?
Thank you so much, Elvan. Joined by Elam, who just had an awesome series with 2 Pokemon that are kind of new to the meta, the Galarian Corsair and the Annihilate. Were you expecting?
There's a part where we just don't throw immediately.
A big part of your strategy going into Toronto.
Come on, Elam.
One of the strongest trainers.
Alright, so we get a good farm down here. We might get to
consistency to at this point in championship series.
I don't know, just
Inner punch. Okay.
At this point, it's just reading lines, knowing like plans for specific like that.
In all of these fantastic performances, but you still don't have that regional title yet. How meaningful would that be until regional champion?
It would mean the world for me. I have been having some pretty good consistent placings lately, but I'm doing my best to get it this time, so we'll see.
Dude, we're just not getting our back lines.
Let's head back over to the casters.
Not getting our back lines, they're bleeding.
2 others. So, again, a lot on the line here. He says he doesn't play that much Go Battle League anymore, yet he still hit 3,600 in the most recent season. And under 900 battles, so he certainly has a lot of success there. Efficient success. But that said, we're going to be introducing
Sadly, we lose because they build up.
Battlers here. We have a Deep Con versus Inadequate.
I have to farm this down. Actually,
If you remember, actually running a similar team to his first opponent. I think it was actually the same Pokemon.
This game!
Everything else looks to be
I know you pointed this out as your MVP pick for SS Thorn, but I think it could actually be an MVP for Inadequins as well. You know, we saw on Colin's team, you have to wonder if these Europeans are, you know, colluding with their Shadow Marowaks, but has a lot of play against Deve's team. I think pretty much everything in the 2-shield situation, except for, of course, the jump off. I'm not actually sure how
let's
the
just
matchup
get
goes
a
with
win.
Deve's
Please!
Okay,
Drift?
This is not a Deve's first
It's not
top
bad.
cut. He was top 16 in NAIC just a couple of months ago. As Inadequins, he's been having a stellar year. Won the Czech special event, of course, you know, second place at the World Championships. Doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, it's a little awkward for Inadequins, though, because, you know, running this B-barrel and
Panda is really good. It might bait and throw.
Now he has responses to it, of course. He's got his talent playing.
Panda's fun. I want to build one. I'll build a shiny one. Shiny one is where it's at. Please shield because you were not counting.
It's the jump left, just like we said.
Yeah.
because they're like, that jump off is not a zero counter. You get to these moves pretty much at very similar times, and of course, if you do
It's
hang on
double
to
fire or
Ice
kinda in the rut rows.
10% chance.
Good timing here. He throws after 3 bubbles. Great timing by Inadequence. This is going to be a double super effective, albeit non-stab ice beam. Going to do a significant chunk. 2 ice beams to knock out this jump up. Meanwhile, jump up after the next energy ball.
Big 1 HP in a dream.
Ice beam as well before a deep caught.
Your shields.
Protect shield.
We'll see how this pans out, but going down his shields early, maybe not what Deep wanted. You see that relatively squishy back, and Deep actually goes way over 100 energy here on the jump up. I think at this point, Energy Ball might be enough to knock out the Azumarill, but Inadequence is totally okay with that. He's got Talon Flame and Shadow.
Dang it! He needed the, gosh darn it, Drift Blim. He loses this one. If I had close combat, I think we would have had a shot here.
These mud slaps are just so impressive. If he wants to, just use both protect shields and farm down, but nice timing, able to throw his
Why, Princess? Why?
Charge attack. This will be enough to knock out because the team is going to no shield. Shadow Kanto Marowak needs to get through.
We don't win. We don't win with the crunch.
All
right. 05. Womp womp womp.
That's right. I think Adib is definitely a lot of energy. He was pretty much at 100 before.
There's 2 matches where we could have caught in one. And we're gonna wins. That puts in the hole.
I'm surprised by the aerial ace. I really would have liked to have seen the energy ball. If you throw on 2, you would have actually been able to reach the energy ball prior to Inadequence reaching this rock slide. But after all that,
let's go Inadequence.
Really not an efficient play at that point. Maybe trying to set it down, but Inadequence is switch clock. He already has one.
You're just not getting leads.
He just
need a switch.
One to strip away the protection.
Here for Inadequence, just like you said, they're going to 2 charge attacks. Either a bone club or another fly actually, but he could also just even go for fast attack damage because look at how much these incinerates are doing to
close but no cigar.
Regardless, this might be Inadequence's game.
Inadequence can't lose this one. Protect shield. The next fly is ready to go. Just needs to lock it in, and yes, this is going to do it. Game number 1 on the back of the Talonflame will be able to translate to a 1-0.
Snarl.
And then Annihilate in the back. Brought in his only answer to the Talonflame when he brought in that Feraligatr.
And if it's poison in the back, it's not looking good for him.
Unfortunate team ordering for Adib there. You said that, you know, Adib was AV weak to Talonflame.
Not looking
well,
good.
Inadequence is AV to the Shadow Feraligatr.
Yeah.
In the back, so
They get to 2 Dark Pulses here, which doesn't knock us out, but they get into Talonflame. They can't really farm down.
Just like you said, can but all of them have some way that they can take it out, whether it's shields down and you land a Brave Bird, whether it's going to be your 2 shields.
I like almost want them to switch. We get a shield.
And able to get very favorable alignment in that game number 1. Looking back at these replays, so feel like needed 2 flies. That was the win condition for Inadequence there. Able to get the first one and then the second fly loaded. Even had the Brave Bird loaded, just throws the fly.
Yeah, and if you're Deep, maybe a couple of
need another team chat. Another
didn't
team.
throw the energy ball way over 100 energy, so potentially some missed energy there on the jump left. But looks like we're already heading into game 2. Let's see the adjustment from Adib.
All right, Adib with the possibility to get a good lineup here. This is a good matchup on paper if you simply just look at the typing. However, like we said, Shadow Kanto Marowak, where it shines in this 2 shield matchup, where it can simply just blood slap all the way down.
Oh my gosh.
That's exactly what we said.
Inadequence is going for the 2 shield strategy, and Adib knows that.
Hey,
to just maybe try to get
caught?
Hydro Cannon off. Yes, he just throws it right away. Doesn't care about timing.
Not sure why they're shielding. Maybe they have Gator in the back.
Well, the other thing too is that actually this Shadow
My Wow Love. Oh, did it not show up? My Wow Love. Yeah, press. Dude, why are you stressing, bro? Why are you stressing, bro? I mean, our like odd maybe win con is them not having grass knot, but I don't think that's even possible. We're gonna be so low too that.
Look at how much these incinerators are doing. I'm not sure if he has the time for that.
Yeah, no, these incinerators are doing so much. You need to throw this next Aqua Tail here. So yeah, you cannot come out with another move, meaning that Inadequates can technically just come back in with his Marowak and fire off these Bone Clubs. Their switch clock is not up for a game. Inadequates knows, okay,
You had a move?
Through, but you
No.
knowing that there's a second Bone Club waiting. Inadequates now should have the luxury of actually throwing on good timing, trying to get one of these rock slides into the jump bluff with still a pretty solid answer. His Drapion hanging out in the back.
All right, well, Adib doesn't know what's in the back, so just going to put up the shield here.
He's not getting the leads
does
today.
Do more damage than a crunch from Drapion, so good use of a shield there, but Inadequates is actually staying in. He's very close to another rock slide. Let's see if Adib knows that. Oh, and actually the rock slide
probably play it.
Could be critical.
Yeah, Inadequates knows that there's no opportunities at this game for Adib Khan. He can throw on bad timing here, just locking this damage, now bring in his own Drapion here. These aerial aces, they do hit for neutral. The very ones they hit for neutral, but just not the most efficient move from a very bulk-weighted Pokemon. Doesn't have a lot of attack, and you're going to be able to hang on versus two of these aerial aces.
Hey, we get the Brutal or the Thunder.
Out, but I think that this is going to be a really tough uphill battle for Adib.
Well, the Marowak is still hanging out in the back, but if you're Adib, you live this crunch. The Mudslaps don't do much. Oh my goodness, but the Poison Sting is going to come through, I think. With that Poison Sting, you have enough health to take out the Marowak, but it's still going to be close. It's not over. Let's see how much this aerial ace does. Still need another one for sure.
Yeah, you have to throw this next aerial ace, otherwise you're going to get Poison Sting down.
Two shields.
Despite these Mudslap being triple resisted, we're going to still see how much a Mudslap does into a non-shadow jump up. You're zero energy essentially on this jump up here. Just need to reach a Bone Club now. Yes, a Bone Club for sure. Able to reach this Bone Club. Aerial Ace maybe would have been able to knock out. That's the question that he's going to be asking himself after this game. But he was not able to reach the energy ball, and Inadequates instead able to get to the Bone Club and take a 2-0 victory in Victor's round 2.
All right, Inadequates is going to move on. As a reminder, he's coming in from the losing side of the bracket, so he's actually won 2 rounds today already. As for Adib, that is going to end his run.
Oh, you're weak against ground. You're going to have fire in the back.
And ended up losing 2 rounds.
Well, Inadequates has actually been having a lot of fun. He said that his rank is one of the few sweeps that he's had. But so, I have to ask you, I saw you holding your breath there at the end. We were close to the red there for Inadequates and Shadow.
Oh, what we got here? Waterfall. Okay, good catch by you.
Mudslaps off. But if you're not sure, maybe you can try no residual energy. Then in that case, maybe it makes sense to reach for the energy ball.
Yeah, to your point. So for the pacing for Bone Club, it is 4
more chips we can get, the better.
If you're keeping track of the residual energy, you know that Inadequates is on that 3 cycle. Only a Bone Club's going to knock out. Go for that aerial ace. Then you have a chance of knocking out.
Waterfall. Problem is, I don't know if the Grass Knot's going to be enough.
But Inadequates had 2 answers to that jump bluff. Not only the Talon Flame, which is able to do a little bit of damage into that jump bluff, but it was able to get Drapion on the field, which then Inadequates' own Drapion has had lots of play. But just look how close that ended up.
Aerial is not the heaviest hitting charge attack. Jump bluff definitely not the most attack rated Pokemon out there. So, you know, would have been really close. And I think maybe when the Kanto Marowak first came in, it's not KO. So it's kind of hard to judge.
I wish I had the. I wish I had the grass or the close combat here.
You know, still like all the Europeans are in the running at this point. Still have Colin over in winners, where he's going to be facing off versus Elon a little bit.
Ice Cold Sphere is not going to knock us out.
3 Europeans made it to day 2 in the top 16. I think Colin and Inadequates.
That's right. All right, well, we're going to take a look back at our last few matches, guys, but more battles to come. Make sure you stick around.
Tomahawk. If Wonder running Croc would be it. I know, right? Finally, woo! All right, good lead. Gotta watch for the silly charm in the back. They are triple weak to this darn thing. Here, triple weak to this darn thing. Yeah, I was wanting to. Kind of, you know, thinking out loud and please superpower, just please.
Hello, Toronto Regionals, the first Canadian regional of the season. So, of course, I had to check how our hosts were. Trivia. All of them are going to say whether true or false. And everyone's starting off with a plate of
I don't know. I don't know.
Canadian
I don't know.
delicacy over here. If
I might
you know,
switch
you
out.
know. They get the question wrong. They lose whoever has the most confidence. Everyone familiar? How are we feeling about our Canada?
Here's the fairy.
America as well, so I'm kind of torn on whether or not I'm, you know, in a place
Here's
where
the fairy.
I can, you know, show my information for Canada, but I've been here a few times.
I'm just gonna throw a super.
Okay.
I don't want them to get more farm than they
50%
need.
of the time, you're always right. So I'm just gonna hope that I always hit 50%.
Well, most of my knowledge about Canada comes from this other TV show whose accuracy may be questionable, so we'll see how this goes. But you know, 50% is the benchmark here. So,
all right. Well, this might go to the way. All right. Let's see. First question. True or false? Canada is the main maple syrup provider. Nearly 85% of the world's supply coming from Canada.
Oh, you got the move?
All right, feel your answers.
I'm just getting, ugh.
First one right. Yeah, no. So you get Canadian for now, okay? Second question. Canada consumes the same amount of Kraft mac and cheese as USA. Same amount.
I knew the team and I still lost.
With mac and cheeses or just that specific one?
Just that specific one. Okay. Congratulations! Yeah, it is false. Actually, 55% more. Oh, wow. Which makes me realize I maybe should have asked this as a true question. All right, next one. Canada is known for having bagged milk, but it actually stopped being put in bags in the early 2000s due to cost reasons.
I don't know who the two left casters
I
are.
actually know this one.
Help for this.
Wait, was that Lyle?
It's actually false. In Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritimes still use bags of milk. And it's actually 3 bags inside of bags, so it's like bagception of milk. But yeah, so Ethan, you're ahead right now with 6 donut holes remaining. You're down 1. All right, next question. Hockey is the national winter sport in Canada, but it actually wasn't invented in Canada, but instead in Finland. All right, it is in fact false. It was also invented. Donut hole. Get in here, guys. All right. But not looking so great. Let's recap the words. Yeah, it was also invented in Canada. Finland's actually the 3rd best in the world. Canada's thought for inventing UFO launch pad.
Oh, they are EBA weak to grass. Boy, this is a weird team.
I'm just guessing which one. I'm going to be honest with y'all.
All right, we'll see the answer. In Alberta, so we're set. Ethan, not so much.
Even now, right?
You're even. Save the best one for last. We currently have a 3-way tie. I gotta make sure Ethan can't see my no card over here. In Ontario, there is an official No pressure. This is only for the win.
Crazy, I must say.
Like,
yeah. That carries a lot of weight.
You know what?
let's see the answer, guys. All right. It is, in fact, true. It made us apologizing. It's actually not an admission of guilt in a quarterfinal. So, we love saying sorry, eh? So, we gotta make sure we're not punished for that one. But that means, how many donut holes does everyone have left?
I can't see.
All right, well, I'll tell you guys, we do not have the most. Sophia, congratulations, the winner of our Canada trip. Back to our Pokemon competition.
Welcome back, trainers. We're here with the Name That Pokemon segment.
Oh, yay.
Again, 1 minute each. Yes or no questions on the Pokemon card in my hand. I'm here with
Neil Armstrong.
Adib Khan.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, we'll set the timer in 3, 2, and 1. The Pokemon's in my hand.
Gen 1?
No.
Gen 2?
No.
3?
No.
4?
No.
5? Yes. Oh, Gen 5. Okay. Is it
1, 2,
Yes.
3.
Evolutions?
No.
Oh, is it 2 hours?
Swampert.
Is it dark type?
No.
Is it bug?
No.
That should be Charm.
Fire type?
Is it electric?
No.
Is it short?
Yes.
Short one.
Evan.
Is it the base stage?
Do you not have Swift?
Oh.
No.
Is it weak to fairy?
No.
Is it weak to
I'll give you one hint. Oh, it's time's up. I'll give you one guess each. It's ice type. Mono ice.
mono ice?
No.
Is it probably going to be that Gen? I don't even know.
It is vanilla.
Oh, that was.
Wait, what is evolve?
It's Vanillite, Vanillux, and then...
Oh,
So this is double fairy, bro.
Well, either way, trivia guys question, but anyway, thank you for participating. No prize today, but that's gonna do it for us. Heading back to casters.
Go right here.
Wow, what a
Lagging.
scrub that caster is. Doesn't
Won't be
even know
surprised
his
if it's in
Pokemon
queue.
Pokedex stuff. But hey, you learn
It's a
something new
Hydro.
every day, right? Did you know Vanilla is a 3-stage evolution?
I do now. It's harder than it looks. It was awesome to be able to play that game yesterday on stream, and even though those competitors didn't win this time, I bet some other ones will get correct and get that big prize.
And we're ongoing with the day 2 action here in Toronto Regionals.
Not gonna win this
On
one.
the loser side now. At this point,
Yeah, I need to knock
make
this.
it forward. You have a chance to continue on your championship dreams. If you lose, you are eliminated. We just saw a matchup between the Anakims and he's actually guessing right there too. So I mean, hey, he knows his trivia for sure. But unfortunately,
Not this game.
In that losing round matchup, in Anakims can continue to move forward.
Ouch.
We got lost in Cody, Dr. Doomfrog, Tomahawk as a store. This loser practice.
What do you have in the back, trainer? What do you have in the back?
Moonbug and SS Thorn.
I mean, you're gonna have Talonflame, like.
At the freezing sun, and Shady was able to take
Oh. I wish I had a little bit of health. I don't think the foul play would have been enough.
By being defeated by Valor Ash just moments ago, and if he gets one more match victory here, that will secure his best placement ever in Championship Series. He did quite well in Vancouver, but he could eclipse that here in Toronto.
That's right. Lawson Cody is going to be facing off against Shady Equation. Definitely a very formidable opponent. He actually took down, he lost to Ash and Ash yesterday and then went back for the rematch and beat him in that losers finals, beating one of the top 2 most decorated international players we have in Pokemon Go history so far. And, you know, he's faced off against
And we can do Tenta in the back.
In our circuit. You can see here too a top 4 finish in Portland. He actually got 3rd place that year. He got 2nd place in Los Angeles.
Oh, my boy Galay.
Top 16 performance in Indianapolis and Toronto. Meanwhile, Lawson Cody, a top 16 performance in Vancouver, and of course here in Toronto too. Let's see if he can extend that streak or not. Here we go. Game number 1. Lawson Cody versus a Shady Equation. It's Mandibuzz versus Shadow for Alligator. This is an air slash Mandibuzz as well, which means that this matchup is actually more favored for Alligator than the Snarl variants.
And one of the few flying types that isn't Jump Pluff left in the tournament. Jump Pluff is over 40% usage now after being a spike pick from Marto Gaude at the Latin American International Championship. Vultures and Mandibuzz have really
why, Clef,
this new fighting type meta, but this air slash Mandibuzz does have a much better time in this new iteration of the meta. It doesn't work for Alligator in this matchup as much as the Snarl.
See Shady Equation going for the Ice Beam at this point too. Not really able to get too many other moves here. Looks like Lawson Cody is pretty comfortable with this soft losing matchup. We see of Cody Lawson Cody, I should say. But here's the thing, for Alligator wants to be in this matchup.
I mean, if they have talent, we just lose.
On the
and the thing is, Azumarill is pretty much the only for the Annihilate.
Actually, you know what?
Shady's team. You have the
There's no reason for him not to debate, so we'll see what happens.
Position your Annihilate in the back line, you're probably gonna have a decent matchup once you know Azumarill out there. Protects you against this Azumarill. Looks like he wants to keep his Alligator around a little bit longer, keep it healthy. Maybe gonna try to
He survived a Scald, so they may not shield here.
By Shady, so you don't have to take all this damage. And yeah, there's the back. But let a full bubble through.
Yeah, it looks like Shady Equation knew that the energy was there, so opted for the bubble instead. And Lawson Cody is going to continue. I think he might just let this go. Let's see. He does let it go. Pretty comfortable with Annihilate in
Double
the back.
Skull would have been nice.
Everything else on the squad. Shady Equation actually not even enough to KO. And both players, again, simultaneously swapping over here. And Lawson Cody has that Ice Punch variant much better in this matchup.
He's going to land the crunch. This is crucial. If you can also get the debuff, maybe you can get this Annihilate low enough to knock out. And there is that debuff. Maybe you can knock out with Shadow Claws down the road. Shady still has
No fire, no fire, no fire. I mean, even Gator. Okay?
And Shady calls it. Protects you on the Ice Punch. Can you get to another charge attack before the double Aqua Tail? Here comes one Aqua Tail into Lawson Cody.
I think it's going to be super close here, too. It's either going to be charge attack priority, or I think the Shady Equation actually is one short. Let's see. Yeah, it is going to be one short. Actually, wait,
no, he didn't go for it. He didn't go for it. He had the Ice Punch, and he also had the he decided not to go for it and take the Aqua Tail instead. And I believe this Alligator is really low, so it's just going to get Poison Sting down there. Maybe a little bit of a misstep from Lawson Cody. He had a chance to charge attack priority against Shady in the endgame.
Yeah, it is interesting, too. I'm very curious to see what Lawson Cody was kind of cooking up in his head there in that endgame, because he didn't even have to throw the Rage Fist on charge attack priority. He could have thrown it before. Some extra points thing there. The Alligator in the back had no energy. And so once you boost your attack, even the Azumarill is going to go down to counters pretty quickly. Same thing with Alligator. And if you throw that Rage Fist as soon as possible, it could be long enough to
of course, we get a
fairy lead. The Shadow Claw, the super effective Shadow Claw from the Alligator. But
even though you were debuffed, I think you would have simultaneous with the Alligator.
I think if we just scalded our way through.
Alligator versus the Azumarill, and they were both really low. I think you
yeah, it's unlucky lead. I think if I scalded my way through against the Switch, I would have been better. I just didn't remember because I haven't played Tenta in a couple seasons. The debuff actually survived the
attack down, and it would
what's
just
it called? The
only be fast attacks the rest
earthquake.
of the game. It could be
because you can't underestimate the boosted damage of that counter, and it just turned out.
Now they could have Draco. I'll probably have to call it.
This, it would have been even better. Lawson Cody has has a chance to adjust
Gonna call
there.
it.
I like the gameplay from both players, though, all the way leading up to that final few seconds, because both kind of got what they wanted.
Everyone's just playing. Okay.
And meanwhile, you know, Lawson Cody got the matchup he wanted. He got the.
I should probably switch to.
Swapping in both situations too.
And he was quite fortunate to get that for Alligator.
I should probably switch to Slash because if they have a fire in the back, they're gonna need this Tenta.
In the back, which would
The buff is perfect.
Lawson Cody was awesome day number 1, and he has a chance to still stay in this tournament. He needs a reverse sweep Shady here, and this is the Annihilate into the Alligator. You're going to be taking super effective damage from these Shadow Balls, but you can see how much damage these counters are doing. Looks like Lawson wants to stay in this matchup and protect, shield this Hydra Cannon.
He has the claws on the back, so
Live it. Okay. Definitely have fire. Come on. Oh, you got zone. This is bad. This is bad.
Catch from Lawson Cody here. Decide when to catch here because Shady Question doesn't have to throw on target fire. He could throw before, which he definitely does, but didn't throw right when he had the Hydra Cannon too. So very calculated plays from Shady Equation as well to make it kind of hard to predict. And here we see the safe swap with Zero. It is going to be punished with this sludge bomb Clodsire, but Shady Equation has a shield advantage.
Yeah, and decided to double shield the opening matchup. So
this is bad.
Clodsire here. Lawson Cody.
Yeah, that's true too. It's all about team reading. I mean, honestly, here, I think they can double wild charge, so I gotta call it.
And the Shadow Trap. Probably gonna pick up a protect shield at some point with this Zero if you get the double sludge bomb before the double ice beam is available, and you definitely will get there beforehand.
Yeah, just beforehand, but this is the benefit of sludge bomb Clodsire because not only is it super effective damage,
it's based, and that's another video to do is team reading, but
even if you're using Stone Edge, Earthquake, you
problem with Ultra, there's so many different Pokemon that are bulky enough that you can really mix things up. I mean, it is Steel type would make sense in the back because of Fairy Lead.
Second guessing, but he is counting correctly here, getting that chip damage, and now
2467. Like this is definitely an Aqua Tail.
Because that energy would have been denied on charge attack party. There is no protect shields remaining, and instead now you're going to get the protection here, and you win charge attack party. I don't know if he has it on the Annihilate, but he's really close to it. If he can get to that Ice Punch, this Drapion is pretty much in Ice Punch range. Does he have the Ice Punch available? It all comes down to this. Did he bank it?
We'll bank a move and switch.
Unless he decides to come in. No, he hasn't. But it's swapped on by Shady Equation, calling the blind attack. What a move by Shady.
We'll farm this down no sense of throwing. They get to another move.
Can you get enough farm to get to another move? No. The Drapion back-to-back Aqua Tail is here. Doesn't matter if Lawson Cody catches the Aqua Tail. He has another one ready for the Clodsire as well. First Aqua Tail gonna come through. Second Aqua Tail locked and loaded, and it's gonna connect on the Clodsire. 2-0.
And the perfect equation to win this matchup, making all the reads here to continue on his tournament.
I'm gonna come in here just in case.
Toronto, but a huge congratulations to him.
They're gonna need whatever it is in the back because they're gonna have an answer for Slash. We'll take 2 of these unless they bank it.
So well done to Lawson.
That's the thing, right? This tournament is really stacked. We have a lot of players that didn't even make the day number 2 that have a ton of accolades.
Need to get to the other one.
And get to the stage is a huge destiny. He beat with Dodge, and he also beat Young Freezing Sun as well. He was the winner of their bracket to make it all the way undefeated on day number 1.
Oh, they didn't throw? Beautiful. Thank you.
And I want to go back to that moment too, right? When he had that Clodsire versus Drapion, he threw the Sludge Bomb.
Now we can 2 shield farm down.
Hey, that's a good thing, right? You get some chip damage that you wouldn't have gotten either. You're going to get punished by it. right?
Doesn't matter which event it is, commentators will always scream. Yeah. 2-0 Butters is pretty notorious for that.
The downside of going for that
Pretty
play is the moment you
notorious.
throw that sludge bomb, Shady Equation gets so much more energy, right? He has all this energy, he doesn't have to throw. Now this Feraligatr has to come into a Drapion with almost 2 crunch loaded, right? If he didn't do that, the Feraligatr at least comes into a Drapion with only 1 crunch, right? But now Shady Equation has all this extra energy. And the thing is, Lost and Cody had to swap there, because if he doesn't, then the Drapion comes in with even more energy, right? And he doesn't have a Clodsire in the back.
I'm gonna tell you why I like it though.
Okay.
Because your goal was to get that Shadow Drapion in. Yes, you did not land that Ice Punch into the Shadow Drapion. If you did not throw that Sludge Bomb, that Shadow Drapion would have been out of range of that Ice Punch unless you landed a Hydro Cannon. And you weren't going to land a Hydro Cannon against that Drapion regardless. So how are you ever going to put that Shadow Drapion in range of Ice Punch?
That is a fair point, you know? And maybe that was the win condition if Shady Equation didn't step out the Ice Punch for that play. But so, you know,
Trigger that just won. So let's head on over to Soap.
That's a weird switch, but they just fucked
Thanks,
down.
Butters. I'm here with the Shady Equation.
I think it's in
All my battles have been, you know, 2-1 wins or, you know, 1-2 wins or 1-2 losses. So, you know, it's been a lot of high highs, low lows, but, you know.
Trainers who I think doesn't compete.
Charizard. Oh, with this move. Oh, this is not looking. Well.
To attend so many tournaments, but.
Combo play for the win.
You want
to tell me a little bit about your relationship with him?
Yeah, we are actually part of the same faction. We've been, you know, on the same team for I've gotten to know him online really well.
Guys, share this.
Meeting in person, so you know, it was a great experience to, you know, battle a teammate in person. Yeah, honestly, I sort of messed up. I totally thought I would have gotten the Hydro Cannon, so it wouldn't have even come down to that. But yeah, at that point, I thought it was pretty much a 50.
Dragon Breath Zard, I know, right?
So, you know, let's just try and catch it right away. Yeah, worked out right away.
And I know you have some more matches coming up, but before we let you go in for
Still gonna been scary because we could have got to another blast. It was.
Helped me, you know, figure out what
I was worried.
Other than that, shout out my faction, the Oxys Alberta Forum, everyone who came over. Shout out the LiveStream people. Shout out SJ in particular. He helped me get some ideas for some of my various matchups. But yeah, that's about it.
A lot of regional champions that you just shouted out there, so sounds like you have a great network. Shady, thanks so much for your time. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next round. Casters, back to you.
Thank you, Soph, and fantastic words from Shady Equation. A lot of champions in his friend group. He might be joining them in that elite group as well. But before we go back,
wow, that's gonna be a good match right there. Roast Beef and Dune.
Great match ahead of us. Dr. Roast Beef versus Doombug 97. Underdog versus previous champion. Liberal versus Starmie.
Yeah, this is wild.
Teams on both sides, but this one go down.
This is a wild championship Sunday. We have Starmie, who got Psywave in this dual Destiny season. Also Surf, and he is running Power Gen on that Starmie as well. There's a lot of options for charge attacks with Starmie, deciding for the Psywave, which is new, Surf that is new, and the Power Gym. Starmie is Psychic and Water type, so you're going to be able to soak all the energy from a Feraligatr, but you're going to take super effective Shadow.
We're just not getting, like, the leads today. Not one bit.
Season. A fantastic 3-turn fast attack, a rock type attack that generates a ton of energy quickly. So kind of makes it like a Dunsparce, but instead of having the high stat product of Dunsparce, instead you have a little bit more firepower in that water subtyping that makes it quite useful in the current meta, the hard wall, the Feraligatr. And it looks like we are locked into the battle of the waters here. Winner moves booze on here in Toronto. And that is a
I know, it
matchup
happens.
for Starmie to start it off. A hard counter for Starmie, and he swapped in the Shadow Trap.
You know, Dubug is ready for that bad matchup here. He swaps straight over.
See, I mean, it would be great if they shield here, but they might not.
Ready for this back line of Dubug as well. He is perfectly lined up his counter. He has the Quagsire and the jump.
And ABA strong to Starmie here with the jump plus and the Shadow Save
Should probably save this, honestly.
Starmie is able to avoid that Shadow Save line matchup, it's going to be destined to face that jump plus, and the shields down. It's going to be tough to take an energy ball because Starmie doesn't have that much stat product. At least it does.
All right, so they get to
super effective power gem on Starmie's side, but here comes the Octail. Doombug has a fascinating decision to make. See if he wants to keep this Drapion alive, and he lets it go.
And Dr. Roastbeef is able to be able to farm this down. Here goes the Pandora. Here comes. They jump up, and this is not what Doombug is going to do. What he can to try to flip or swap out, but I just don't think he has the time to. If he gets the boost, he can help things, but no boost on the first nice.
Out of it. He has gotten so many crucial Knight/buffs here, but not this time. And you're going to be taking double super effective hits here. This Knight/is just going to triple the stat product of the Doombug. So it looks like Dr. Roastbeef has a full team read in the Doombug. And there it is, the boost bug, but it's a little too late.
Yeah, boy, sometimes just a boost is not enough to save you either. And here, Dr. Roastbeef going for the
They'll probably bank a move and switch.
He knows he's in a position. Grab that final shield or take out this Starmie, and here comes
They're playing really weird, but they should be easily winning this game.
Because the Drapion doesn't have much health left anyway, so he's in a good position. He has to at least catch a foul play to have a chance, but even then, I feel like it's really tough.
And he's at the foul play already. Is he going to throw? No, he's going to wait a little bit. He does catch the attack here. And remember, Starmie does have a lot of attack. So I don't know if a Surf is going to one-hit knockout, but it is going to chunk a Shadow Save. Take out the jump on here. And I don't think you have the reach. But I'm telling you, Caleb, it's going to be really
They have a move on Gator. You just have to survive it, and I doubt they
will. Doesn't quite get the knockout and gets Shadow Claw down.
Just not doing enough. On top of that, there's still Quagsire and a jump up in the back.
They played it really weird. I don't even know if the skull knocks out there, honestly.
Catch, though, you know, flexing some of those reflexes and just showing off that he can still
proceed. $14.
Great matchup understanding of Dr. Roastbeef as well. Something I think is really commendable about him, even though, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna get a pretty weird elo. We're struggling in 18.
Here or there throughout the performance is that he knows how to take advantage of the matchups he has. You know, like when he has the matchups lined up, it's easy for a player that's less experienced to let that advantage get away from you.
Yeah, but they won CMP. They have a higher attack stat, so.
But he's able to just kind of have Doombug on lock to the point where even
when they have a higher attack stat, they win because they have the move.
Can't find a win condition in these situations, right? And that's something that players that are less experienced sometimes let that get away from them, and the more experienced players tend to overcome. So Dr. Roastbeef has a lot of the puzzle pieces put together. Let's see if he can pull off one more win for this big upset.
And that might have just looked like a weak team to you, but it really is a psychic double dark team. So it does well because you have both of the Sableye answers in the back with the Pangoro and with the Shadow Drapion. Is a great answer to the Shadow Drapion save swap. We don't see it very often because there's not a lot of Shadow Quagsire training. But as soon as you pivot Shadow Drapion, in that game number 1. Looks like we are locked into game number 2. Doombug needs a reverse sweep here if he wants 80 of making a loser's run like he's done. Swap Shadow Sableye, counter swap Pangoro. It's going perfect. You're going to want all the energy from this Shadow Sableye.
Yeah, it looks like Dr. Roastbeef calling
This is going to be a hard switch.
Here's the thing. Dr. Roastbeef didn't really even have an answer to it outside of a mirror matchup. And in game 2, same situation. He brought the same thing, not really an answer to the jump up. And
looks like he didn't know. And resisted Valve.
That Shadow Ball.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
Shadow Ball.
Swap into the Quagsire. The problem is the Quagsire if he doesn't protect it.
Yeah, like 18 out of nowhere is just really something else. I feel like it's gonna, my elo's gonna be like in the weird 2200s because I'm not playing great. It almost feels as if your elo is really based on rank 18 and up. Yeah. This is where I get like 3-2-2. No, I got like a 3-2, 3-2, 2-3.
Especially when it doesn't have energy.
Yeah, same team for Dr. Roastbeef,
2-3,
like
05 and
running the double dart, but instead of the Starmie,
2-3.
running the jump fluff. And the
Oh,
jump fluff is
I feel
going
like
to
I'm
be
missing
much
it.
better against that trio of Dr.
I think I got a
Roastbeef that he brought
3-2,
in number
2-3.
one of Quagsire,
05,
trying to get the
2-3.
swap there, but
That was
doesn't
just
quite
bad.
get it. The patience from Doombug here, and now the Shadow Drapion is just at 100 health. Is going to be able to close out this matchup.
05 was really bad.
Really taking advantage of his matchups here.
Partially when I do the streams with the
Dr. Roastbeef just didn't bring an answer
regionals,
to
like
that
streaming
jump
something
bluff.
else,
So I guess he's
that
gotta make
affects
that
me.
adjustment, or does he just triple down his strategy and be super weak to it? I don't know. But jump bluff is a very bulky Pokemon. If you don't bring a clear answer to it, it can really do some damage into your line of 3.
Yeah, and the problem is your best answer to that jump bluff is definitely going to be a Alolan Sandslash or the Clodsire or the Bibarel. So are you going to bring a whole different trio to
Starting
try
off with a lower
to
elo,
have some answer
I
for
get
that
some
jump bluff there?
maybe.
Because that game
Did
number
build a
1
Malmo, which I did
perfectly
like.
was able to counter that Starmie, but Doombug is not married to bringing Starmie, I don't think, in this matchup. Yes, he likes to use the spicy picks, but he can comfortably win with the other 5 Pokemon that he has at his disposal.
That's right. I mean, I think the Starmie... Yeah, I'm trying to think what it's really providing for Doombug that the rest of his team can't really do.
It's really good against the other 3 Pokemon that Dr. Roastbeef has on the team, like the Alolan Sandslash. It's pretty good against Bibarel. It's going to be okay against it's going to be good against Clodsire. It's actually pretty neutral against Bibarel.
Yeah.
Bibarel, but it's just good against the stuff.
Play into the Quagsire, right?
It's good against the stuff that beats Jump Bluff. So it actually does protect the Jump Bluff counters. So we might see it in the game number 3 because he showed Jump Bluff being so strong against Roastbeef's team in game number 2.
I do like the fact that Doombug is running that Power Gem option on the Starmie instead of Thunder. I know you love Thunder, especially in your Ultra League matchups, so hopefully I didn't spoil too much in your GBL strategies. But the thing is, having Thunder and Surf makes you way too weak to Grass types, particularly Serperior, right? You have some coverage for the Jump Bluff with neutral, but Power Gem just so much better into the Flyers, especially Jump Bluff, because you could actually hit it with a hard-hitting move, and it's just so much better in a lot of other situations.
Fun.
And here we go! It's a rematch of the first
Dune doesn't get the lead.
Into Starmie. Let's see if
That little
Doombug
smirk.
is able to come away with this here, and now Dr. Roastbeef has brought the answer to the jump up in the back. He has Doombug completely RPS. Let's see if Doombug can pull off some magic here.
A different pivot instead of the Shadow Drapion, bringing in that Digger Speed that now hits a little bit harder in this new season.
So when
Fire
switch
Punch, but the problem is
would
Jump
pretty
Bluff
much
is such
win
a
game,
good
but
counter
Doombug
to
is always
Digger Speed. That's
Doombug.
why Jump Bluff usage has probably skyrocketed here in Toronto. Hitting that Energy Ball super effective. 2 Energy Balls.
What he would need to do is
see,
probably
even if you get the
stack
double Fire Punch, I don't
Digger
even think
Speed.
it's going to be enough
Maybe at least
to
get
knock
shields
out this
down,
Jump Bluff.
but
So
stack
you're gonna go
Digger
for the first
Speed
Fire
and
Punch,
get
but you're
farm
gonna
on
get
Starmie.
outpaced before that second one.
No, but the thing is, I actually like this play a lot from Doombug because Dr. Roastbeef pretty much, I think he has to pretty much shield, right? Because if he doesn't shield, Doombug could potentially double shield and just quick attack down. And so that's not a situation that Dr. Roastbeef does not want, especially with a lead that good. And here's the thing. What's Doombug going to beat the jump up with? Because the jump up is also unchecked on the side of Doombug as well. You know, like talking about Dr. Roastbeef not respecting the jump up.
And then
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my gosh.
Double resisted.
Huge catch from Doombug, but the problem is he's about to be met by a Sludge Bomb Clodsire.
Up a shield, Starmie has a chance in the in-game.
Not over.
It does have 2 counters that it's going to have
I
to
said it's
face,
not over
but
unless
this
Dune
is
does
gonna be
something.
the true test for Starmie here. Can he do it? And actually, remember, Doombugs runs acrobatics, I believe, instead of aerial ace. So going to do a lot more damage into the Clodsire than the aerial ace would. So you're going to be able to chunk up this Clodsire. And I actually don't think this Clodsire
He gets
is
a
gonna be
lot
able
of
to come out
energy
this
on
matchup with
what's
a ton
his
of
name?
energy. Doombug
They have a
decided
shot
to
against
protect
the
shield this
table.
jump up, keep it around so that you can try to wiggle and move out of this matchup and keep it for the end game.
And this is the thing, right? I mean, even if Doombug can save this jump off somehow, he's just not going to have any shields left for that Starmie, and even the Sable has plenty of answers to it.
There's
You
the
can see him
pivot.
swapping over here too. Timers are misaligned. I like this play from Doombug. He's going to take advantage of this and throws the surf right before charge attack priority as well. I think Dr. Rossi is just going to let this go. He's very content here, right? He has the Sable Eye. This is okay.
It will
Does
shield
take
farm
out
down.
the Clodsire, but he has answers for this jump up in the back. And here's the thing.
Will you
Even if
survive
hit by surf,
this?
We saw it's not enough to KO, and you can't sidewave it down, right? It's still resisted damage on this Sable Eye.
Wow, that chunk though, and you can't sidewave it down, but you can get to another surf and force energy here. No,
doesn't
you
get to
can't.
it.
That is brutal. If he was able to force the protect shield there, maybe he would have had a chance because he could have thrown an energy ball and maybe got to enough energy. But now you just don't really have an opportunity because I think the Sableye might be able to get the back-to-back moves, and it looks like Sableye is able to get there, and Dr. Roast Beef is going to land the foul play and knock out Doombug, taking him out of the tournament.
Don't count out Dr. Roast Beef. That's Dr. Roast Beef that beat four-time champion Doombug 97 here in the losers bracket, and he's going to continue his miracle run here in Toronto.
Oh, wow.
Right, y'all. We'll play tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll get elo.
He was
May have to come up with another team and just knock it out of the park.
That surf might have won him the game. Depends how much
Hopefully.
energy was on the jump off of Dr. Roast Beef, because
I'll see y'all Monday. Just look out for
aerial ace. So he could have got to aerial ace.
See y'all later.
Later. Doombug, but
Bye.
Doombug with a situation of, once again, Starmie really didn't have anywhere to go, but